Hello, I'm Don Bowden, the merchandising manager of General Motors Holdens. The new VN Series Commodore and Calais are vehicles that will put Holden well and truly back in the forefront of Australian family car motoring. The vehicles won't do it just by themselves, and I want you to be involved and committed to the most significant new car program ever undertaken by GMH in Australia. The VN Series Commodore is the big Holden. In fact, inside it's the biggest Holden we've ever built, and that includes Statesman's as well. It's a totally new design with a new larger body, new styling and a brand new state-of-the-art engine. The bigger 3.8-litre V6 engine is Australian built, with multi-point fuel-injected power as standard equipment. I believe it will be well accepted by Australians. But they have to drive it to appreciate it. And that's what this tape is all about. Getting to know Commodore so that your prospects become future Holden owners. Product knowledge is the key to successful selling in any business. Learn all the key features and especially the buyer benefits of our new products, and you will be well on the way to making increased sales and commissions. Good luck with the new Commodore and Calais. New Holdens, destined to be the #1 sellers in the Australian market.
To produce the VN series of Commodores and Calais, Holden had to make a huge investment in technology, equipment and people, because the VN series are totally new cars. The design work began in 1983, when Holdens decided the replacement for the previous Commodore Calais series would be a larger car built specifically for Australia. From this point on, Holdens began what was to be one of the largest new vehicle design and manufacturing exercises ever undertaken in the Australian motor industry. Notwithstanding the huge investment in cost and man-hours in actually designing the car, Holden's more than trebled its robotic assembling capacity, installed new panel stamping presses, new paint plants and new engine manufacturing facilities. All this in pursuit of a higher quality car for Australians. All up, an investment of several $100 million. The result is Australia's own car, the Holden Commodore VN. The purpose of this tape is to help you become totally familiar with Commodore Executive, S, Berliner and Holden Calais. We will outline the many key features about Commodore, features that will promote sales of this bread and butter line. And we'll detail the extra special features that make Calais our top-of-the-range car. So sit back, relax and meet the VN Series Commodore and Calais, the cars that will give you a rewarding future sales career with Holden. The Holden Commodore Executive, Berliner and Calais have some features about the locking system you should know about. There are 2 door lock and ignition keys. One is the master key, the one with a plastic head. And the other one is the service key, that's the one with a metal head. The service key allows the ignition to be started but does not unlock the glove box or the boot. The service key can be used when customers have to leave a key with the car, such as in some car parks or when the car is serviced. In addition, Calais is protected by a sophisticated security system. This security or anti-theft system is activated by depressing the button on the remote controller and holding it down until all indicator lights flash twice. The car will not receive this signal if the ignition is on. As soon as it does receive this signal, all the doors will lock and the ignition will be deactivated, so the car cannot be started without the ignition key. Approximately 30 seconds after the indicator lights have flashed, the theft alarm becomes operational. This 30-second delay allows time to reclose a door if it is not properly shut. The alarm is triggered by a change in battery current, so if a door, the bonnet or the boot is opened, the respective courtesy light will come on and this will sound the alarm. To switch the system off, or in what will be the normal situation, to unlock the car, depress the button on the remote controller and hold it down until the signal lights flash once. This will reconnect the ignition system and unlock the doors. An override switch is provided in the glove box, and we provide 2 special override keys. It's advisable to keep one override key in a safe place and the other ready for use on a key ring. If the remote controller is lost or if it malfunctions, say due to a flat battery, turning the switch in the glove box anti-clockwise with the key will override the alarm system. Turning the key clockwise will reconnect the system. The remote controller operates on a small battery, and details on its replacement are given in the owner's handbook. You should recommend that the identification number of all the keys and the controller be recorded when your customer first takes possession of the car. Your Holden dealership can supply a replacement by means of that number if keys are lost. It's worthwhile knowing that a number of new safety and security features have been introduced with the new series Commodore. Firstly, the key itself. Notice that it's a double-sided profile cut key. This design is not readily duplicated by the average hardware store like the traditional design, and the receiving lock is much more difficult to pick. Additionally, security shields on front and rear latch mechanisms prevent access by instruments often used by car thieves. With such measures, the new Commodore is certainly more secure, but we suggest you advise customers to have a spare set at the ready if they happen to lock the keys in the car. If the Commodore is fitted with electric locking, which is standard on Calais, the system includes a feature where if the owner turns the key a further 60 degrees after normal lock, they will activate a door jamb, effectively deadlocking all doors. Doors simply cannot be opened from outside or inside the car. This means thieves can't simply break a window, reach in and open a door. Note also the driver's door can only be locked with a key. Remember to point out not to use the deadlock if there are people in the car, because the doors cannot be opened from the inside. Another feature of the central locking system is that locking or unlocking the driver's door will simultaneously lock or unlock all 4 doors. The front passenger knob unlocks all doors when it is pulled up. To lock the car from the outside, press the lock knob down and close the door firmly. It is not necessary to hold the handle up. The driver's door may only be locked by a key, which means added security for your prospects against locking their keys in their car. Another security feature of the Calais is found in the radio cassette system. If power to the radio cassette unit or the battery is disconnected, the radio will be inoperative until your PIN or personal identification number is entered. This number and the details of how to enter it are supplied with the radio and act as a safety deterrent against theft. Read the instructions and become familiar with this procedure. With these security measures, the new series Commodore will quickly earn a reputation amongst the car thieving trade as a car to avoid. Having dealt with securing the new Commodore, let's now get to the driving enjoyment part. Whilst the instrument panel and switches on the Commodore and Calais may seem complicated at first, a short examination of the individual features will reveal how simple and functional they are. From left to right, the meter cluster features fuel gauge, speedometer and temperature gauge. Calais and Commodore S also feature a tachometer. Beneath these is a row of warning lights. When lit, these lights show from left to right: cruise control engaged, standard on Calais; rear demister is on; engine management system malfunction or check needed; the left turn signal is engaged; and brakes need servicing. Calais extras include warning that reverse gear is engaged, brake system malfunction, and low fuel indication. Continuing on the other side from left to right is park brake on warning, followed by the right turn indicator, oil pressure warning light, a high beam light indicator, a warning to show the headlights have been left on when the vehicle is stopped, and at the very right, a low charge warning light. Calais has an adjustable vehicle speed warning. This light will come on when the Calais exceeds the speed preset by the driver in the trip computer. It can be turned off if not required. Calais also has a high temperature warning. Push buttons are arranged in clusters down the right and left-hand side of the meter cluster. On the left-hand side control, from top to bottom, the interior dome light and the rear demister, the instrument panel light, pressing this will adjust the brightness of instrument lights to one of 2 settings, and the lower rotary knob controls the windscreen wipers. On the right-hand side of the main instrument panel are the hazard flasher, and at the bottom, the headlight rotary control knob. The row down the inside of the right cluster are for the cruise control, which will be explained later. On the left side, the inside row of switches operates the trip computer, which too will be explained shortly. Air and interior temperature are controlled by the two large dials to the right of the radio. The upper dial directs fresh air flow. The lower right position marked Recirculate reduces the fresh air intake and controls cabin air to be recirculated. This is useful to obtain maximum heating or cooling effect and to prevent dust entering the vehicle on unsealed roads. The fan switch between the two dials provides speed control of the air at all outlets, while the lower control dial regulates the temperature of the air entering the cabin. Air conditioning, which is standard on Calais and Berliner, can be activated by pressing the button marked AC. Pressing the button a second time will turn it off. Oh, and by the way, the fan must be turned to setting 1 or higher for the air conditioning to operate. Of course, the air conditioning will operate most efficiently when all the windows are closed. And a tip to ensure the air conditioning keeps on performing: remind your customers that it's important to run it for 5 to 10 minutes every 2 weeks, regardless of the season, to lubricate the system and prevent the seals drying out. Commodores with automatic transmission can be fitted with cruise control, which is a standard feature on Calais. Get to know the operating procedure, as there may be some features which are unfamiliar to your customer. Press the switch marked On/Off on the right side instrument binnacle. A green light on the cruise control button will glow, indicating the system is ready for use. An orange CRS symbol on the instrument panel will illuminate when cruise control is in use and is maintaining the desired speed. The Set Minus and Reset Plus button will also increase or decrease the speed. To decrease speed, press the Set Minus button and hold it down until the car has slowed to the desired speed. To increase speed, press the Reset Plus button and hold it down while the speed increases to the desired level. The cruise control can be released by pressing the On/Off switch, which will deactivate the system and erase its memory. Touching the brake pedal will also release the cruise control. However, by simply tapping the reset button, the vehicle will regain the set speed. Also, pressing the set and reset buttons together will release the cruise control, but retain the speed in the memory. Cruise control can be a great aid to driving, but emphasize not to use it when conditions require varying speeds. Remember, taking your foot off the accelerator when cruise control is engaged does not let the vehicle slow down. You have to disengage cruise control by touching the brake or by switching it off. As we pointed out before, the Holden Calais is also equipped with a trip computer. This gives the driver clear, simple-to-read information on the trip and the vehicle's performance. The trip computer consists of 3 display windows, and this set of windows can be changed to display different data about your Calais' performance. Pressing the Mode button on the left side group of touch controls will change the set of information. The frequently checked data set includes overspeed setting, instantaneous fuel consumption, distance to empty. Next is trip averages, which displays average speed, average fuel consumption, and odometer. Trip totals is the third set and displays trip time, fuel used, and distance travelled. The Commodore and Holden Calais are definitely the best models yet and should give owners years of trouble-free motoring. Good luck for the next phase of a successful career.